Hello and welcome back to Road TRipVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode is number 539. The category is Brainy Tuesday number 21. This is a 20-question trivia quiz with a question 21 tiebreaker at the very end. These are the slightly more difficult questions, and this week is even more slightly more difficult. So good luck on today's quiz. Question 1. Who was the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court that delivered the unanimous ruling in the 1954 decision of Brown v. Board of Education, which stated that state-sanctioned segregation of public schools was unconstitutional? His name was Earl Warren. Question 2. The first was discovered in 1967 by Anthony Hewish and S.J. Bell. These objects were first thought by some to be signals from extraterrestrials, but were then identified and named as what objects that emit intense bursts of radiation at regular intervals? The answer are pulsars. Question 3. What is the name of the leader of the October 1917 Bolshevik Revolution who was born in 1870, named Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov at birth, and whose major written work is Imperialism, the Highest Stages of Capitalism? The answer is Vladimir Lenin. Question 4. What English rock and blues guitarist, singer, and songwriter is the only three-time inductee into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, once as a solo artist and separately as a member of the Yardbirds and of Cream? The answer is Eric Clapton. Question 5. What is the shared last name of the following people? Helen Keller's teacher, the American boxer nicknamed the Boston Strong Boy, and Edward, a long-running television variety show host from the 1940s to the 1970s. All those people's last name is Sullivan. Question 6. 1833 in America saw a number of landmark events. One of the most groundbreaking of these was the founding of the first college to admit both men and women at the same time. What was the name of this Ohio college? The answer is Oberlin. Question number 7. Its flag consists of a yellow star on a red field. It is located east of Laos and west of the Gulf of Tonkin. What is the name of this Southeast Asian nation which has its capital at Hanoi? The answer is Vietnam. Question 8. What is the name of the branch of engineering that is the oldest of the main branches of that science and has topics of study such as soils, canals, tunnels, and building design? The answer is civil engineering. Question 9. It had to be given a sinister resonance, a tonality of its own. What is the title of the 1899 book by the Polish-English Joseph Conrad about the pure selfishness of European man when tackling the civilizing work in Africa? That book was called Heart of Darkness. Question 10. After carving his dream woman out of ivory, he became obsessed with his creation. What mythological Greek sculptor prayed to Aphrodite so that she would turn his ivory creation into a living being? The answer is Pygmalion. Question 11. Located between the clerestory windows where the outward thrust of the nave vault is concentrated at the Cathedral of Notre Dame in Paris, what is this common support structure in Gothic architecture which serves an aesthetic purpose as well? That is known as a flying buttress. Question 12. What was the name of the girl who lived at 263 Prinsengracht in Amsterdam for 761 days in the early 1940s and whose time there was well documented in her first and only published work? The answer is Anne Frank. Question 13. What is the name of the meteorological phenomena that affects the circulation and temperatures of the waters off the west coast of South America every few years that can affect the local environment? The answer is El Nino. Question 14. Henry VIII had 6 wives but only 3 kids. Catherine of Aragon gave birth to Mary. Anne Boleyn gave birth to Elizabeth I. What was the name of his only legitimate son and heir to the throne, whose mother was Jane Seymour? The answer is Edward VI. Question 15. Born in Wisconsin in 1897, he was educated as an engineer, but became one of the world's first market researchers. What is the last name of the man who, in 1942, began the first national radio rating service? The answer is Nielsen. Question 16. What is the name of the Italian composer of the following operatic works? Turandot, La Rondine, Manon Lescaut, Tosca, The Girl of the Golden West, Madame Butterfly, and La Boheme? The answer is Puccini. Question 17. Solinus, Luce, Balthazar, Angelo, Antipholus of Syracuse, and Antipholus of Ephesus are some of the characters in what madcap comedy by William Shakespeare that involved 2 sets of twins and a whole lot of confusion? The answer is A Comedy of Errors. Question 18. The alternate title of this novel is There and Back Again, and the first chapter is appropriately titled An Unexpected Party. What is the name of this J.R.R. Tolkien novel that was the prelude to the Lord of the Rings trilogy? The answer is The Hobbit. Question 19. Lesser-known works by this author include Dear Brutus and What Every Woman Knows, but what Scottish novelist is best remembered for a play which features characters named John, Michael, Wendy, Peter, and of course, Captain James Hook? The play was Peter Pan by Sir James Matthew Barrie. Question 20. Born in 1765 and died in 1829, his renown during his lifetime was gained through mineralogy and chemistry in England. What man is best known today for the world-class museums in Washington, D.C. which bear his name? The answer is James Smithson. Not Smithsonian. The museums are named Smithsonian's, but his name was James Smithson. So if you said Smithsonian, you don't get any points. Thank you for watching today's trivia. Thank you guys for always tuning in and spending a little bit of your day on Road TRIpVIA. I really appreciate it. The views lately have been doing really good. We've been getting tons of subscribers. It's just going really good, and I'm really enjoying making these. So thank you very much. And tune in tomorrow. We will be doing a 21 question trivia quiz specifically on the city of New Orleans in Louisiana. That will be a good one. I had fun writing that today. We will skip right ahead to today's tiebreaker. Question 21. Where is Joe Merchant is a detective novel that was on the bestseller list in early 1993. Its author is much more well known, however, for his singing. What is the name of the multi-talented man sometimes called the Mayor of Margaritaville? The answer is Jimmy Buffett. And I personally did not know until today that he had wrote a book or that he was multi-talented. I just thought he was a good singer. But the Mayor of Margaritaville, Jimmy Buffett, is also a detective novel writer, apparently. Thank you for watching today. Check back tomorrow, and I hope you're having a great week.